beautiful people and friends of Beer Thursday. Welcome back to another exciting round. I don't sound very sure of that, do I?
Exciting round of Beer Thursday.
It's another exciting round of Beer Thursday, and in this round, we're going to do a part 2 of one we started, I don't know when, and it's about the things that you can no longer say, 30 time-honored sayings that woke culture wants to erase from history. From history, folks.
History.
From history. Why does it have to be history? Why can't it be their story?
Science. Oh, good
Our
point.
story. Our story.
Herstory.
Because history indicates a male
Yeah.
story.
Whose Tory is it? It's his Tory. And what is it? I don't even know what a Tory is.
I think the better word here would be our Tory. I'm going to erase history from history.
Erase history from our story?
Yes.
Our story from they story?
So, Shane, I think when we last left off, we were discussing, I don't know how far we got, but
not very.
Let's dive. I say we dive right back into it. Maybe we can get a few more in this time, because according to my calculations, we're about 25 down. I mean, away from.
Yeah, we still have 25 left. Hi,
Okay.
guys.
Hi.
Hi, guys. You're not supposed to say guys. It's gender exclusive. It excludes the gals and the non-binaries.
Well,
there's a perfect solution to that, and Texas has been doing it for centuries, for thousands of years.
And it's 3 little letters with something, I guess, is that apostrophe in the middle?
Is an apostrophe. Hi, y'all. It's
Hi, y'all.
gender inclusive, or it's not gender exclusive. It gets the whole group.
Well,
It's succinct. It has an apostrophe, God's comma.
boom. There goes the dynamite.
Yeah.
No, I'm in favor of changing hi guys to hi y'all.
Hi, guys. Hi, liar. It's on the white list.
On the white list. What does that mean?
Have you heard of a white list? Well, that's something let's see, it's an IT thing. And if you're going to allow a person or an IP address or a computer or anything into a system onto a page, it's called whitelist. And
okay.
I guess it has, and I can kind of see it, the racist connotations. Similarly, I don't know if it's going to be on this list, but there's a thing called white hat and gray hat and black hat when referred to hacking. And generally, by the way, generally, we should probably stop saying that word. Should probably stop saying generally too. White hat hacking is considered the good guy hacking, and then black hat hacking is considered.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like, if you're canceled, perhaps it's the way of saying that is you're blacklisted, and that's certainly a negative connotation right there.
I think it has
more to be blacklisted.
It's more to do with pigment of at least hats of the hats, of the cloth, of the material. And I don't know where the blacklist came from, but it probably had something to do with a material or a parchment or something, not the color of anyone's skin.
All right. So we agree.
I don't know. You and I, Jay, act like a real man.
Oh yeah, that would piss me off. Somebody said that to me if I was not a man, or or if I had what's the issues when you're self-confidence issues or, just general mental health issue. What is a real man? Well,
I have always wondered about that in similar phrases and wondered, does this mean that it's an insult? An insult? An insult to be a woman, like being female is insult? This is the first one I'm kind of on board with, because that's what it is. You're saying that a man acts feminine, acts like a woman, and it's meant to be an insult.
Well, I for one, like, for example, the traditional male has always been, men are strong and they make all the decisions and they're the head of the household and
the master of the house.
They never cry. Men do not cry. Men do not, show their emotions or blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
That's just, to me, it's dumb. I'm like, I saw a movie the other night where this guy was crying and his two kids ran up to him and asked him, is he okay? And he apologized. He goes, I'm sorry. He goes, men are not supposed to cry. And they look at each other and they're these little kids. They're like, Dad, we cry all the time. You can cry too. It's okay. And I'm like, yeah, exactly.
Or as the great Robert Smith said, boys don't cry. Well, Jay, I don't think we're going to make it through. It's already time for a toast.
Jeez Louise. Okay, well, you got a toast for us.
And, all right. I'm going to do a toast and the next one in the list. How about that? If I incorporate the next one in the list.
I love it. And before you do the toast, just tell me what you're toasting with today.
Oh, I don't remember. Buffalo Trace.
Okay. Well, I love Buffalo Trace. Well, I am toasting with Guinness Clear. It is a new beer by Guinness, and it is delightful.
Proud
new beverage. So, toast.
And I was thinking about doing a dry January, but it's I'm about to ruin that. Jay, here's to you and me. Here's to you and me manning up and getting through this list.
Yes.
By the way, I've never had a problem with that phrase, man up. But it's a lot like the last one, right? It's kind of thinking if you're, it's kind of that same thing where if you're not being tough, not being, I don't know, thorough or whatever, then you're not being a real man.
It's like telling somebody not to be a wuss, don't be a P word. It's not very nice.
A piranha? A pariah?
Yeah. Don't be a pariah. Like Mariah Carey.
Hey, from the Northeast. Sorry, I guess that was racist.
Hang on a cotton picking minute. All right, go ahead. What's the next one?
Which reminds me of another list. You're such an Indian giver.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't heard that since I was a kid. And that was a long time.
I don't think that's kind of, you can't really, I get why, you can't say that anymore. I don't believe in erasing these things from history. That to me is dumb. Don't cancel. Don't erase.
Yeah.
But, people don't say it anymore. And here's why. Just that. Just do that, and like cotton. Oh, wait, no. What was it? What you just said?
Cotton picking any muggins?
Indian giver.
Oh, Indian.
I mean,
yes, that's not picking any muggins.
When I was growing up, that just meant you gave something to somebody, but then you decided you wanted it back and took it back.
Yeah.
So you were an Indian giver. I didn't know what Indian giver meant. I had no idea there was any meaning behind it. I just knew that was the phrase for it. But it's
ironic,
not a positive,
I guess, or not ironic, but or considering. I mean, that would be more like a like a white man giver because we're the ones that promised the Indians, the Native Americans, certain things and then reneged on that deal. So
that's true.
Yeah.
That's a very good point.
Another good one. Ms. Richards. We should stop saying Indian giver. Oh. Jay, you did a spoiler alert, jump ahead, turn around, jump shot. What? With hang on a cotton picking minute is the next one in the list.
Whoa, sorry.
Okay.
Well, that one should definitely be erased.
Not
erased.
I have
not said anymore.
I don't know if you've noticed, I'm pretty white, Jay, and I have ancestors who picked cotton. Granted, the cotton industry was probably one of the things that was helped most by slave labor back in that time.
Yeah.
But slaves at that time did a lot of other work, and there was a lot of worse things. No, I'm not going to say that. They did a lot of work other than picking cotton, and a lot of non-slaves and non-black people picked cotton and still pick cotton today, although they probably have machines for it. So I think just assuming that someone picking cotton, I think the assumption that cotton picking means black people or means slaves is racist, more racist than just saying cotton picking, something that could have applied to anybody.
Yeah, and you know what? That's a really good point. And you know what? I never picked cotton, but you know who did? Johnny Cash.
My mother did, and my brother did, and my sister did, and my daddy died young.
But actually, Johnny Cash did. He actually did pick cotton as a kid. That's what you did. They were poor. They had to make ends meet, and that's how they did it, was picking cotton.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that phrase.
No.
Okay, here's another dumb one. Follow the rule of thumb.
Okay.
Now,
what's wrong with that?
Okay, well, the rule of thumb has something to do with, there was a cane or a rod that was, I guess, thumb thickness that people would beat other people with. And the connotation, according to this, is that it's associated with wife beating. But I don't recall that it was just beating wives. I thought that anyone could be beaten by the thumb-sized rod. You know what else you could do with that thumb-sized rod? So they're saying you should use terms such as general rule, or rough guideline. So
you know what? Fuck that.
It seems like a reach. It's such a reach. Yeah. It's way out there. Okay, he's an addict, and I guess it could be talking about video games or it's insensitive to people who have addictions to, I guess, or psychological addictions.
Sorry, but I've heard people who are recovering addicts, people referring to themselves as addicts. How then would that be considered a negative context?
Okay. I was completely off. We should avoid saying someone is an addict. Forget what I said about the first time about addicted to video games or whatever. You can't say someone is an addict. Refer to them. Sorry.
Person with addiction.
Yes, I'm sorry. That just seems hilarious to me.
Addiction what?
That's
dumb.
I don't know. Stupid. You know what? Maybe because now I'm associating it with I've seen the same thing with diabetes, where you say, instead of saying that someone is diabetic, that they're suffering from diabetes. It shows more empathy for their condition, according to
it is 6 of one thing, 50 cents of the other. It's just.
Yeah. Blind in one ear. Now. Can't hear out of the other. Oh dear. Okay. This is stupid. Check your blind spot. The word blind supposedly could be offensive to people with visual impairments.
Well, you know what? I'm offended by that. But because I had a dog and his name was Spot and he was blind. And that offends me. No, that's stupid.
Like a blind
spot. When you're driving, a blind spot is a spot that you can't see. If you're looking in your rearview mirror, you're doing your side mirror, there is a spot you can't see. You actually have to turn your head. Yeah, screw that.
That one's dumb.
That's dumb.
He downloaded it illegally. Someone has an unauthorized copy is a better way to say illegally downloaded, because it's a breach of permission rather than simple legalities. No, it's not. A lot of times it's illegal. That's dumb.
Yeah.
I think she's padding the list.
I think this is a huge stretch here. We're starting to. Yeah, we're trying to. It sounds like somebody has a whole desk full of change and is nickeling and diming people to death.
I was trying to make a joke about that. I got nothing.
Yeah. Who says open sesame anymore?
It's been a while. Maybe that one has been eradicated. Nobody says it anymore.
Yeah. Maybe if we don't, it's like in the Methodist Church, they don't mention the devil. Satan is not really mentioned very much. And the reason is because we know he's there, or she or it is there. So there's no need to mention it to give it the power. Just leave it alone.
The opposite of Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Harry Potter, when they say you know who or he must not be named, they're saying that fear of saying the name gives more power than saying the name and showing you're not afraid of it. Interesting.
Yeah, don't. We know the name. We're not afraid of the name, but we don't want to give it our time of day. That just give. That's like basically the guy that goes on a shooting spree so he can get it. He can suicide by police, and then he can have his name and live in infamy. He gets his name. Best thing to do is keep these people's names out of it and never let them have any fame for the horrible acts that they.
Any chance we could do that with Donald Trump? Can we just quit? Can we just quit talking about him? Whether you love him or hate him, can we just? Maybe if we ignore him, maybe he'll go away.
I would love that. I would love that more than anything. That would be great.
Talking to you, Stephen King.
Hey, now.
Stop giving him so much pod, Stephen King. Let him disappear.
That was pretty obvious there at the very beginning of the Holly book, with the mom dying of.
Oh, well, it's like the first chapter, so it's not really. It's not a spoiler if it happens in the first chapter.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
Now, what is a spoiler, Jay? Is that in the end, Stephen King ends the book with the words, and he does it in a chapter that comes towards the end. At the end, but we're all out of time.
Spoiler alert.
I think we're like halfway through this list. So, Jay, are we gonna come back to it, or are we just gonna abandon it? This article.
I think if we keep coming back to it, we're just giving it more power. I say we abandon it.
The list that should not be named.
The list that should not be named. Because the more I read these, like I'm reading ahead, there's one that's talking about the black sheep of the family. Yeah. My dad used to be referred to it. He always was referred to as the black sheep of the family. Had nothing to do with his ethnicity or anything like that, or color. Yeah, this stuff is just getting me mad.
Let's do it. Let's go through the rest. Let's split it up into 2 more episodes. I think we're halfway done. It's hard to tell because they have ads and it's messed up.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying not to get hysterical. But I mean, some of these things are obvious, of course, but some of them are just a huge stretch. I mean, it's just like, good Lord, can we just
easy
stop telling people what they should and shouldn't think, say, and do? We're all adults, except for the children.
Try not to cough too much on the air.
Yeah. Well, you know what? This has been an eye-opening round of Beer Thursday. And Shane, I think if I'm not mistaken, I opened the can of worms.
It's true. It's true. You did open the can of worms. Dearest Thursday human that we love, we want to know what you think about this list. What things are okay to say and what things do you agree with Victoria? I don't remember her name. What things should we stop saying? What, according to Victoria Richards, should be eradicated from history? Let us know in the comments. Message us, whatever. But most of all, subscribe so that next time we do a silly list like this and make you laugh and smile and chuckle right along with us, it's going to pop up right up there on your phone because you'll be subscribed and you'll hear that next fascinating round of
Beer Thursday.